Welcome to Low Carb Spin. I'm Karen.
And I'm Therese. It's pizza time.
Today we're going to show you how we make our keto version of a New York style pizza.
It's high in protein, gluten-free, and the best part, fraction of the carbs.
And it's my son's favorite. So let's start with our water. So we're going to take our water and we're going to be adding some, let me zero this out here, tomato paste into our water because we're going to be blooming some yeast.
Is it ready?
Keep going, yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Ah, perfect.
There you go.
So just like this, let's stir it up.
And why are we using the tomato paste?
Well, it's going to help activate our yeast.
It's going to add a little flavor to our crust. And we're hoping, as we are told, it's going to eat some of those carbs, so we don't have to eat them.
There you go.
The yeast, that is.
All the pesky carbs.
And we have to heat this up.
Correct.
So should I microwave it?
Just, you know,
Little zap.
a little 5-second zap in the microwave. And once it gets to temperature, and we really want to stay with between like 108, 110.
Check
the
her out.
instant read.
And I like to put the yeast on top of the stove with that little extra heat. It sort of blooms extra high, I think.
Without killing it.
Oh, exactly.
Okay, we're at 110 right now.
Perfect.
Sprinkle that in there, stir it on up, and we'll set it aside.
Sounds good. Let's get mixing.
We're going to start off with doing the fat portion of our batter, and Therese already melted our
Microwaved it, yeah, for about 6-7 seconds.
So that's goat cheese.
Super soft, yeah.
Terrific. And then we're going to add some Greek yogurt. So you want the plain kind, because we're going to be adding in our seasoning.
Super simple.
Okay, and here we have some, this was Pecorino Romano. I got a big block of it at Costco.
Perfect.
And I'm like, oh, I think we need that today.
You can use Parm, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Plain Parm.
Use Parm, and I just finely grated it, and that's going in.
This has a little bit more flavor, so
Yeah,
depending on your taste. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, mix that all in.
And then we're going to be doing a little bit of baking soda. So you stir and I'll sprinkle. And then we're going to do some baking powder. We're going to add an egg yolk. So we're also going to be doing, here, you're going to just scrape that out of there a little bit. There you go. Thank you, thank you. We're going to be using egg white protein powder, and we also have fresh egg whites, but we're going to whip that up. But we want to do this portion first as we're waiting for our yeast. No, we're waiting for the yeast to bloom, and it's almost there.
I'm gonna say it's looking good over there on the stove.
We're going to do some Italian seasoning. Sprinkle that in.
Yum.
And this is something that I found the other day when we were at Trader Joe's. And I'm like, ooh, we could use this too. They have pizza seasoning.
They have great seasonings there.
And it's completely clean. There's no sugar in it. It does have tomato powder in it. And I'm like, ooh, that's just going to enhance the flavor. So
I agree completely.
Check it out.
This smells
I know,
delicious.
doesn't it?
The batter.
It already smells like pizza. So I'm going to sprinkle in the gelatin. And before you mix this, do you want to see if the yeast is done? Because I think our yeast is done.
It's looking awfully pretty, and it's a little different color than usual.
Yeah, it looks like a souffle.
Put it right in.
And put it in. We're going to mix it up, and then that's the fat portion. And we will start on the egg white portion.
And then pizza dough.
And then it will be pizza time.
Sounds good to me.
Let's tilt that so I'll get another angle too. So it's just going to be like, I don't know, like pinkish in color. but it's more pasty.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a real smooth batter. But you do want to get the colors all blended together.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's get to mixing our fresh egg whites and our egg white powder in our stand mixer here. Add it to the bowl. And then just take your whipper, give it a little scrape so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And then we're just going to whip it on our stand for 5 minutes. Till stiff peaks. I think that's a consistency we're looking for. So since our egg whites are ready, we're going to be mixing the fats in a minute, but we want to prepare our pan. So I want you to take your parchment paper and I want you to make 2 circles, exactly the same. We're only going to use one now, and we're going to set one aside. We're going to put it inside of our pan. We're going to lightly spray it. I'm going to do it on a paper towel first. And then just lightly, you don't want it too saturated.
Probably just enough to get a little slick.
Exactly.
Little sheen on that paper.
Exactly. So now we're going to do putting the fat mixture into our egg white batter. We find it easy just to scrape it off on the beaters. Depends. You have a bigger bowl than I do, so it's easier to get in there, I think, right?
Perhaps. That's a lot of goodness going in there.
Sure is. Smells fabulous. All right, how long are we going to mix this once we get this fat in there?
Kind of like when we make any of the breads, you're really just going to do a couple of quick pulses to get it combined. You'll see the color change. And then you could do the end with the spatula.
I think that's good.
Just make it so everything's combined so you don't see any more of the white streaks.
So we're just going to plop the batter right in the center of our parchment. Get all the goodies off the bottom.
So now we're going to take our angle spatula and spread out the batter. And just kind of go in a circle because you're going to be making the crust. You don't want it to be too thin in the center. So just kind of spread it around. Let's twist. So I can make a circle.
Yes.
I had Therese just plop the batter in because I thought for me it's easier to do it with a piping bag because then I kind of make circles and then just fill in the holes. But I figured, you know what? The average person is not going to mess with a piping bag because it's pizza. If it's crooked, it's a crooked cereal, it's a crooked
Exactly.
circle, right? We just want pizza.
I'll still eat it if it's asymmetrical. It's really so good.
Yeah, it already smells, and it must be that Trader Joe seasoning. It already smells like it's cooked.
Exactly.
And we're going to put it in the oven. What temperature did you put it?
400.
400, and we're going to par bake it maybe 12 minutes. Let's watch it and see. If you want more of a divot
edge.
at the crust, then just push the batter and
Make it a little
smooth
bit.
it out.
Yeah. It's a lot easier than tossing the pizza dough, that's for sure. I don't think I could do that.
I could do it.
I would have it on the ceiling.
I would do it in your house. I don't think
thanks.
I would do it in mine. All messes go at
Well, you'll be helping
done
me
at Teresa's.
paint the ceiling, right?
Oh, okay, well, I didn't sign up for that.
Okay.
one other thing that I want to tell everyone. I read that it's best to put your pizza in the bottom rack. Most people put it in the top rack because they're going to melt the cheese. But what happens is the dough doesn't get a chance to fully cook. And though New York style pizza is normally foldable. Bendable, whatever, pliable pizza with the little crisp outside, we probably want to make it a little bit crisper. So
I like mine a little crisper on the bottom.
yeah, bottom of the oven, and we'll see if that is true.
There we go.
Looks very nice.
It does look very nice.
Now we're going to do our little secret technique. Well, thank you. Now we're going to show you the whole reason why we
It's our extra one.
our extra piece. So we're going to put that on top of our pizza. And we're going to invert our rack, whatever, over the pan, like that, making some noise. And we're
It's
gonna.
a flippin' good pizza.
It's a flippin' good pizza. So we're gonna go like this.
And this didn't have to go on the ceiling.
And
Yay.
this is hot, so don't forget, I have the pot holders. And then we're gonna peel back the paper.
Because otherwise it will hold in the moisture and then you will not have
You're gonna
crispy
feel
crust.
you're gonna see this. Can you see the steam?
Woo!
Very much so.
Perfect.
So now, what we like on the bottom of our pizza, explain, Therese.
Well, some of the places they put cornmeal on the baking dish so that it doesn't stick. And there's always this little gritty feel on the crunchy crust. So I think this mimics it perfectly.
So we're gonna add crushed pork rinds and maybe about, how much?
A couple tablespoons.
We're glittering.
Yes.
This is called glittering the bottom of the pizza.
Which you didn't think the bottom was going to be this important, but for us, once we did this, I thought it just reminded me of like one pizza place we always used to get growing up. The pizza, exactly.
So then basically we're just gonna tap this in, and I know it's hot, but that's what's good. It's gonna keep it in place. Okay, so that's that.
We have one more secret up our sleeve.
So we have one of those pizza stones, and I heated the pizza stone when this was in there, so it is hot. But we're gonna do another flip. So we're gonna take the hot pizza stone and put it directly on our pizza. And you can either put it back on this.
Or a plain cookie sheet.
Exactly.
Either one works.
It's just because it's hot you have to be, careful.
That was flippin' perfect.
No accidents happening, and now this comes off. So that's the top of our pizza, and we're gonna get our toppings.
Sounds good.
Now to top the pizza, we're taking the easy way out on our New York style pizza. We're gonna use Rayo's homemade pizza sauce, not our own. And I already made one. Okay, see if you can do it.
Oh, you're giving it to me? The one who has the broken wrist?
There you go.
The workout is working.
All that physical therapy.
That's right.
So we're just gonna pour it in. It's roughly like a half a cup. Might be a little bit more from the other pizza that I made. And then we're just going to, I can actually move this over because the pan isn't so hot. And Teresa's gonna do some dusting of the cheese once I get this on
And
there.
this is provolone and
mozzarella. I actually got this at Aldi. So it's not smoked. So a lot of provolone is smoked. And the reason why we use the combination is the pizzeria that we used to get our pizzas from, it always had that really gooey cheese, and I'm like, how? It's not just mozzarella, because mozzarella cheese, when it gets cooler or whatever, it seizes up, and then
Right.
it's like comes off the pizza.
yeah, you take a bite and then the whole layer of cheese comes off.
And
but this
I was
together
told-
kind of doesn't do that.
Yeah,
So.
I was told it was provolone in a mixture. So that's what we are going with today. So, see, we probably could have used a little less sauce, but Oh well, yum yum. And you can start dusting the cheese on. I mean, that looks good here. We're gonna...
You got it.
Ta-da! And we're gonna put this baby in the oven. Same thing, bottom rack.
And how much longer?
I'm gonna say let's start with 15 minutes. That sounds good. Look at that.
Wow. All I can say is wowie, wow, wow, wow. That is beautiful.
It looks wonderful, and the smell in this kitchen, you guys need smell-o-vision for sure. I'm gonna cut this pizza.
And how long did it end up cooking in the oven for? A little bit longer in my oven, I think.
It was like 27 minutes. We made this recipe and equaled out the macros and everything. So it's service for 4. So you get
That
2 big
whole
slices.
piece.
And I think it came out to just around 8 total carbs and 6 net carbs if you follow that. That's quite
awesome.
quite the yumminess.
Very filling.
And I think I saw, might even have been on Google, that a New York style pizza for 1 slice is like 27 carbs for just the crust.
Yes.
And this is
Not
for
the toppings.
the crust, the pizza sauce, and everything. Let's see, I probably didn't get that.
And as it cools,
edges.
the crust gets even crispier. So if you're
Right,
a folder or you're going for the crispy, you might have to wait a few more seconds.
You have to wait for me to get this out.
Get it
Yeah, this is, it's so hot, guys.
There you go. Woohoo!
I don't know if you can see that the bottom, just like a New York style, it has that crispy bottom. Yeah, that looks amazing at the bottom. You know, this smells delicious, and we already know it tastes good. So I am not going to burn the roof of my mouth.
No, we got to wait a few.
If you enjoyed this recipe, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next video. Abbondanza. Danny's going to be so happy with
He will.
this new version of the pizza.